Alright farmers, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to have a look at the biogas plant. So we're on Elm Creek and we're at the biogas, is it 1 gigawatt plant? So we've got a load of stuff to go in. First off, what you're going to need to do, you're going to need to own it. You can't use it unless you own it. So we'll go over here to the blue spanner and we'll buy it. It's going to cost you 1.5 million to buy, so that's a 1 megawatt, like so. And then if we go into the production menu, you can put 4 things in. You can put silage, slurry, manure and sugar beet cut. So it gives you a bit of a recipe in the middle there. So 8,484 litres of silage will give you some electric, 5,884 gas and 2,545 digestate. Slurry is 2,020 going in and will give you a bit of electric, 1,452 gas and 606 digestate. Manure is 2,020 going in and will give the same. And then sugar beet cut, 1,010 going in, will give you a bit of electric, 721 gas and 303 digestate. So that's your options. So what we've got up here, we've got silage, we've got manure, we've got slurry, and we've got some cut sugar beet. So now that we own it, I'm going to put some in and we're going to see how much we get digestate at the end of it. So this one's got the sugar beet in. So what you need to do with this is just pull it up by that marker. You don't need to load it in with a bucket or anything like that. You can just back it up like so and you'll get the option there to overload. So there we are. So we put 52,000 litres of sugar beet cut in. We've got 52,000 litres of everything else. So we've got the manure and the silage, and then the 2 tankers is a combination of 52,000. That stopped. It's interesting. Alright, we'll stop overloading. There we are. So it's got a capacity of 36,358. Right, okay. We'll crack on with that. I'll fast forward this bit till it's all used up and we'll see how much digestate we've got at the end of it. Right, so that's the sugar beet cut all processed, and as you can see in the bottom right hand corner we've got 10,981 litres of digestate from that 36,000 we put in. Obviously we couldn't put the full 52,000 in because it had the capacity of 36. So what you also need to remember is on the option, on the recipe, if you want to call it a recipe menu there, on the production menu there, that's better, it says electric and gas as well. Now it doesn't produce electricity and gas in a way that you can use it. What it does is produces those and then directly sells them off. So if we go up to the finance section and we'll go down there, we've got biogas income. So I fast forwarded 2 months. So in July we made 15,404 and in August we made 19,910. So we'll put all those figures to one side. I'll reset, I'll chuck the manure in next and then we see what we get. So I'll be back here in a bit. Right, so I'm back up here. I've loaded all the manure in, and as you can see in the bottom right hand corner it took the full 52,000 litres of manure. So that is quite strange because on the sugar beet cut it only took like 36,000 litres. So it's got a bigger capacity for the manure. So what I'll do again, I'll fast forward and I can only assume we're going to get a lot more out of it. But we'll fast forward anyway and we'll see what happens. I'll see you back here in a bit. Right, so that's the manure finished processing, and as you can see in the bottom right hand corner we've got 15,848 litres of digestate. We go into the money section and we'll go down and we'll see that in July we made 31,055 and then 20,236 in August. So that's a total money made out of the electricity and the methane of 51,291. So that is more than the sugar beet, but we did put more in. So we'll do a little bit of calculation at the end to see how much is made on a literage by literage basis. So I'll reset again. We'll put the silage in next and we'll see what happens with that. Right, so that's the silage in. So that's the same as the manure. It took 52,000 litres. So again, I'll fast forward till it's all used up and we'll see what we're left with. Right, so that's the silage all processed. And what we're left with in the bottom right hand corner there is 16,735 litres of digestate. And if we go into the prices, finance, whatever you want to call it, menu, it's saying there 52,242 in July. Now the difference between this and the others is it processed in 1 month, and I'm running 1 day months. So rather than having the 2 months need to be fast forwarded, this processed a whole 52,000 litres of silage in 1 month. So if you're bound by a bit of time constraints, silage does seem to be the better option on it. With that being said, we have still got the slurry to put in, so I'll reset again. We'll put the slurry in and we'll see what happens. Right, so we're back up and reset. And the difference with the slurry is you don't put it in where you put everything else. You've got to put it in down the side. So we're going to go where we need to overload it, or offload it, unload it, however you want to call it. So you need to go down here by this icon here, by these 2 tanks. So we'll pull up. There we are. So we've got that prompt, start overloading, and we'll chuck it in. So this tanker only holds 30,000, which is why we've got 2. So we've got the other 22,000 in the other tanker. So we'll get that done. Right, so that's all the slurry in. So as you can see there, we've got 52,000. It's just over 52,000 because you know what it's like filling up and trying to stop it on a direct number. So it's 52,000 all bar the argument, and it's all processing. So we'll see what happens and what we get at the end of that. So I'll fast forward again and I'll see you back here in a bit. Right, so that's the slurry all processed, and as you can see in the bottom right hand corner again, we've got 15,796 litres of digestate. So if we go into the finance menu and we'll scroll down, so we've got 31,163 in July that we made, and 19,960 in August that we made. So that's a combined total of money that the biogas plant made out of the slurry of 51,123. Now what that actually means is, if we break it down in a per litre, for sugar beet we made 980 per litre and we got 305 digestate. For manure we made 986 per litre with 304 digestate. Silage was 1,004 per litre with 321 digestate, and slurry was 983 per litre with 304 digestate. So they're all roughly around the same amount from a litre by litre perspective. So there's not really much in it, it just all depends on what you've got on the go from your farm. So if you've just done a load of sugar beet harvest and you got a load left over, chuck that in. If you got a load of manure from your cows or your pigs, chuck that in. You know, whatever you've got on the go, you can just put it in here and you'll roughly get the same amount out. Now, having said that, they all make digestate. Now there is no area for you to sell digestate. There is no sell point for it at the moment as I'm recording this video. So what do you need to do with that? Now, so this is going to be used as an option for you to fertilise your field. If you want to go down the organic route rather than buying chemical fertilisers, you can use digestate the same as you can use slurry. So what you need to do here is get yourself a tanker like I've got that accepts digestate, or a spreader, and come up to this icon here. So you'll come here, you got that option there in the top left hand corner, left stick in if you're on Xbox like me, start filling, and that's taking all the digestate out of the biogas plant that you've previously made. So that is that. Get your digestate right here. Now there is one other thing before I go. So we'll go around here. Now since the update, they've added to this particular biogas plant on Elm Creek a charging point there for your electric vehicles, and up here just past this great big tank here is the filling point for your methane powered vehicles. So if you remember the video I did about them, that you had to place them down yourself on your own land, well, that's changed slightly since the update. This biogas plant here has them already placed. Obviously the ones that you buy yourself, you may need to have to put them down as well, but on the in-game biogas plant here you don't. There is one thing that hasn't changed though. You do still get charged for filling up your vehicles at these points. So I've got this electric ridge tractor, so I've run it down a little, so we'll park it up next to this charging point like that. As you can see there, it's got start charging. Now the one thing I do like about this is when you do left stick in, it then tells you how long it's going to be until this tractor is fully charged. That's brilliant. It's got there time until fully charged 2 minutes 21 seconds, and it's 76% charged. That is excellent. I do like that. Very nice indeed. Right, so that is the biogas plant for you. Obviously this, like I said, is the one that's built into Elm Creek. You have got the options. If we go into the construction menu under production, you got that there. So you've got the 99 kilowatt biogas plant for 435 grand. You've then got the 250 kilowatt for 875 grand, and then the 500 kilowatt for 1.18 million. So if you want to place those down, that's entirely up to you, because obviously this one here was 1.5 million to buy, so that is quite pricey if you're starting out. But then again, you don't have to own the land, so you would need to factor that in as well. That being said, that is the biogas plant for you. Drop it in the comments below if you're thinking of using it, if you're thinking of doing a particular input with it. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, it's muchly appreciated. But for me, that's it for today, and I'll see you in the next one.